Hello, everyone. I just wanted to jump on quick and just unbox some canvases that came in the mail today. So I've never seen this size canvas. So I ordered an 11 by 14, and I ordered 6 of them. They're for the art show, I guess you could call it. That's coming up in New York. So I did not open them yet. I took off the bending. So this is the box. There's 2 of them, and it comes with bending wrapped around it. But I took that off because I don't want to fight with that while I was on. So yeah, I just want to show you guys what I got. So since I do digital art, there's no way to tell what it's going to look like until I see it in person. So that's the necessity of of getting the samples. So I know what I'm getting. So I know what I'm marketing and stuff. So wow. Okay, that looks totally different when I took the plastic off. All right. So with the plastic on, it looked very dark. But this is Morning Joy, it's called. And yes, this vibrant, also in person. Wow, I actually really like the quality of this one. Let me get it close up. And again, it is that vibrant in person. Now the edges are darker than what. Oh, that's one of the downsides of being live is I can't edit things like that out. So yeah, the signature in the bottom right. So the signature, what I try to do is I try to like kind of put it into the design, because I don't want my signature, my name, to pull away from the art, right? It's not about me, it's about the art, not the artist. So my idea, you'll see it when I get you in the belly of the beast, the way I did that design. But basically, I want it to look like it's either a part of the art, or it's color encoded with the art, so that it doesn't take away from the picture and stuff. So they call this a gallery wrap. So it wraps around the sides, as you can see. And this is a patented back. So this is not my design. My vendor has this patented. Excuse me. And I can only get it through them. So if I ever choose to go to a different vendor, it's going to look different. Now, at one point, I want to open this up and see how the frame looks without the back. Because it really, honestly, this is extremely light. It feels like it might be plastic. I don't know. But the design is phenomenal. So the green right here, that actually looks like, in person, it looks like petals of a flower. So I really like that. You see, you can't get that by looking at a screen. So yeah, that's the reason I need to see it in person. So yeah, I'm satisfied with that one. All right. See, it's hard to tell with the plastic on what it's going to look like. All right. Ooh. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, that one is upside down. Wow. Okay. This one is elevation. The color themes are red and green with a hint of some type of beige, but that's faint. And again, this one is also wrapped around the sides. And this is actually part of a set of 3. There are 2 other paintings that I have in this collection that I ordered that go together. Now, they did not box them all together, so I'll show them at the end, side by side, so you can see. So as you can see, this is how this signature looks. So I did this again. These are digital art pieces. So what I did is I used a like an image work tool, and I took my signature and I distorted it and made it look like I turned it like I turned it from this way to like that, and like I stretched it so that it looked like it was being pulled right from the top. So yeah, again, this one is called Elevation. And you can actually buy these right now at charlesgatesjr.com. You know what? I should probably put these back in the plastic because I do not want them scratching each other or getting dirt on it. Okay. All right. On to the next one. Ready for the reveal? All right. Boom. This one is In the Belly of the Beast. This is a fan favorite, one of my favorite pieces. It's actually one of the first pieces I ever did. Now, the longer you stare at this painting, well, I don't know what to call it. It's not technically a painting, but the longer you look at this art piece, like the more it trips you up because you start to see all these small little details that you can't see just by glancing at it. I've actually counted 50 different like 50 different like paintings inside the painting inside of this. So it's depending on where you're at in life, your world view, and various factors, it actually changes your perception of this art piece. So there's actually a word for that escapes me right now. But yeah, this is actually hanging on my wall. This is the very first art piece I ever purchased of my own. And it's called In the Belly of the Beast. And it's actually also a part of a set. And yes, it looks like vibrant in person. Funny story. Actually, when I first got this, I have the 18 by 24 inch. So I had it hanging on my wall at the top of my bed. And I woke up one morning and I literally thought my wall was on fire because there was light coming, like sliver of light coming in the room, which made the room like dim. It was still dark in the room, but it was dim. And this fire is actually it's so vibrant that it's almost a glow in the dark. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. However, when it's pure dark, like no light at all, nighttime and all that, it's not, so you can't really see it in that environment. But if it's a slightly dim room, it appears glow in the dark. At least the one I have does. And again, this is called In the Belly of the Beast. And yeah, people loved that signature when I first did it. Okay, so there is a glitch, an error that I just saw. So for this art piece, I actually had to mirror the size of it. So the signature is slightly also on the side, but I'm not sure if I'm even going to worry about that. See, you can see like it mirrors it. Yeah. But I think most people won't even notice that because they're not me. They don't know what it's out. They don't know the small details of it, you know. Yeah, you know what, guys? It's okay to be imperfect. Imperfect. Us artists, we have a tendency to be our own worst critic. We hold ourselves to the highest possible standard. And what we think is our lesser work to somebody else might be our greatest work. So just keep improving your craft. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're good at, whatever you're trying to be good at, just get better every day and don't be so hard on yourself. What might be little to us might mean the world to somebody else, you know? You don't know what impact you're making on other people. So far, if you see anything that absolutely pops out at you, just drop it in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. If you like the art pieces, let me know. If you don't, then just say, hey, that's not one's not my favorite. You know, you don't gotta be rude about it. But healthy criticism helps me improve my craft, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's poetry, art, music, songwriting. Like, doesn't matter. And healthy criticism helps me become better at that thing. So there's 3 more that I want to go through. These ones, again, I've not seen these in person. Whoa. Okay. I've been really wanting to see this one. I was wondering what this looked like in person. Okay. This one is called in the Heart of the King. This one is definitely interesting. Now, for me, I don't know if I like it or not. I love the colors. The color scheme is absolutely phenomenal, but the signature is a little hard. It kind of contradicts, I think, the rest of the canvas. However, that the colors really complement it. I think I used the right pigment of yellow. You can't really see it that well on camera, but it really pops. And I think instead of taking away, again, it adds to it, even though it's very like in your face, it's bold, it's confident, it's courageous. Ooh. And I just I was just looking at this, I'm just seeing different things, and I just noticed like right here around this part, it looks like lava and and fire like going out of the 4 chamber. Ooh. You know, when I first saw this, I didn't really see much except like I felt like that it resembled the heart of a king. Create courage, zeal, passion. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually seeing why I felt led to call it that. Because it's very like it's like a furnace of passion, like just thrown on the canvas. Not sure if that made sense to you, but it did to me. But if you like it, just give it a thumbs up or just drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. This is a game called The Heart of the King. And you can buy this all right now at charlesgatesjr.com. Another gallery wrap at the bottom. So yeah, the sides of this one looks really different because different hues. like all around. Yeah. This is a very like Eastery, like like Easter color theme. You know. Oh, there we go. All right. Hmm. All right. This one is called Secret Doors. Yeah, you can see the signature on the side. I gotta figure out how to get around that. See, I don't like the white sides on my canvases. Not even on like if I buy art piece from somebody else, I really don't like the whites around the edges. For me, it just looks like they I don't know or got lazy. I guess some people really like that. I guess it's okay in nature themed uh, art pieces, but not in the kind that I do anyway. Mm. There was a drop of water on this one. That's not good. Heard a sound of that? Pretty sure that something like this might be wrapped around like all the wood inside. I'm gonna have to take one of these apart at some point and actually investigate that. Mm. Again, this is called Secret Doors, and you can buy this at charlesgatesjr.com. And again, there's a lot of things that you can't see just by glancing at it one time. There's actually a game I like to play with people. How many doors can you find inside of this canvas? Mm. That is the question. And if you have the canvas at a party, if you have like a cookout or party, you can have a game similar to that where you get like just have them ponder things as you look at these canvases, you know. Got a comment? Check that out. Thanks, Bobby. Bobby says that's a cool one, CJ. I like how it wraps around. Yeah, they all wrap around. I'm think as I was explaining during the beginning, like some of them, it mirrors what's in on the canvas mirrors for the sides in some of these. So like sometimes the signature is so close to the edge though that it mirrors itself on the side of the canvas. So that's why I order these samples, you know, so that I know what the quality of my product is and so I can increase. So the problem with not mirroring it on the sides is if it's a white side, white edges all around, it can very well possible that as the vendor is printing it onto the sheet, it could actually get it could be misaligned and it'll have some white on the front or some the canvas will stretch too far over into the one side or the other. Even if it's off by a fraction, it'll set the whole canvas off and it'll be I'd have to throw it away. at that point, it's no good. So, ooh, this one's another one of my favorites. And yeah, this one is called Red Room. Oh, my cat just got in here. I saw a box and tried to jump in. Yeah. So I'm curious, what does this art piece say to you? So for me, this art piece, which is called Red Room, do you see the signature right there? It's red. Yeah. So for me, what this represents is like all the years of hurt. It represents my brokenness and my need for healing. It represents a lifetime of pain, and it's, in my mind, it's being burned up. I'm burning the place of my biggest shame so that from its ashes beauty may arise. But for somebody else, it might be something entirely different. That's why I love art so much. What I see in a painting may be something entirely different than what you see. And you know what? Neither of our opinions are wrong because everybody sees the world differently. It's okay to see things from a different angle than somebody else. Instead of competing with one another and trying to force every other people to believe in our perception of reality, why don't we celebrate people? Why don't we encourage them? And for a second, just take a step back and see through the lens of somebody else. But the problem with our world is people don't know how to do that. They really don't. But through art, through creativity, songwriting, poetry, I want people to be able to walk a mile in my shoes. I want to connect with them through a mutual means of creativity and to inspire one another. I'm an artist, but I also love art. I'm a poet, but also love poetry. I write songs, but I love other people's songs. You know, I rejoice in other people's success. One day, I know that one day that'll be my success. And even as doors open for me, I plan on opening doors for other people. And that's why the devil tried to keep me from achieving my dreams on so many levels and so many occasions. Because I believe in giving other people opportunities. So yeah, just comment down below and let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Let me know what your interpretation of these art pieces are. I'm very curious on seeing the world through your eyes. And now I want to show you side by side what each of these look like. I only have two hands though, so it's going to be interesting. Okay. All right. This is awkward. I'm not sure if they're all on here or not. Okay. You see a little bit. Okay. So yeah, these are what they look like. Like they're a set. They are a set. And there we go. Yeah, that's not working out. That is not working out. But anyway, they're a set and the colors complement one another. And yeah, I'll be making more like it in the future. But yeah, so these art pieces will be displayed at the art show where I'll be performing in April. For those who don't know, I am going to be doing a show up in New York on April 12th. Actually, let me pull that up. Yeah, so I'm doing a show, and it was supposed to originally be on Wall Street, but because of the heart of the message, they had to move to change venues. So now I'll be more closer to the people rather than the leaders of the people, but it's okay. It'll be all right. It's going to be very successful, I believe. I believe this is the start of something new. So what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing my story, and in the middle of sharing my testimony and my journey of a creator, that is a content creator, like artist, author, poet. I'll be reciting poetry out of my book, and yeah, I'll also be displaying my art and showing off my first ever new line of designer shoes. So yeah, it's at this address, and that's 114 West 71st Street in New York. So that's in Manhattan. And yeah, it'll be a good show. I can't wait. So I want to take the model from that show, what I plan on doing there, and I want to duplicate that and have it the same type of show in other places. So what that looks like and where it takes me and the kind of doors I'll be walking through is unknown to me right now, but I cannot wait. So yeah, the store opened to me through a friend, somebody I met recently named Lulu Chen. She's a pianist in New York City, and she invited me up to perform, and it was her idea, but we brainstormed on what it would look like, and yeah, I'm excited. The opportunity. I believe it's the start of something great. This reminds me of what we were talking about on Saturday with the perceiving receptor in our hearing the voice of God class. We spoke about how we perceive a moment is bigger than what it is in that moment. And I feel like this is one of those things where, yes, it's a big open door that I will walk through. However, I believe it's the start of something so much greater than that. So yeah, stay tuned for updates, for releases. Again, you can find all of these canvases and more at charlesgatesjr.com. And I also have teachings on there. So I'll be uploading. Actually, I think if you subscribe to my website, you will have access to a different part of the website that other people can't access, and that has all of my hearing the voice of God episodes in it. But besides that, on my website, I also have links to my YouTube channel where I have my testimonies and every sermon I preach on there. So yeah, so stay tuned. God's opening so many doors for me that it's unreal. And yeah, I look forward to what lies ahead. Oh, almost forgot. I am relaunching both of my books, my book of poetry and my novel. I'm also in the process of working on other books. I don't have them finished yet, so I won't be I can't go into detail on them. However, the same day of the show in New York, I will be releasing for purchase the remastered version of my first book of poetry, Darkness Before the Dawn. This is so much different than the original that it's almost an entirely different book. It is good. And I'm not saying that to gloat, to boast, or whatever. I'm saying that because if I picked the book up and I read one or two poems out of it, I would buy the book if it's from somebody else. Actually, I have purchased other people's books. I purchased my friend Jesse's book of poetry, and I have Robert Frost sitting right in front of me. So I read other people's works. So I say that to say that if I was somebody else and I picked up this book, I would definitely buy it based on what I read. The wordplay is insane. I'm also working on a second book of poetry, which will be pretty much a continuation of the first book. So the first book I actually published before I was a Christian, but it was my testimony in poetry form. I didn't know that at the time. I was just writing because it gave me purpose. It gave me hope. It set something before me that said that there is an end to my sorrow. And so I wrote. And the only reason I published is because my friends and family talked me into it because they were deeply impacted by my poetry. So my second book of poetry picks up at my salvation. So it has a lot of Christ-themed poems in there, but it also dives deep into my childhood trauma to unpack the baggage from years of hurt. Also, very cool wordplay. God gave me a gift, and I try to use that to help other people. But yeah, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. So yeah, I pray you guys are blessed and that you have a great weekend. Don't forget this Saturday, or actually, I might have to change it to Sunday, but we're going to do our last session of hearing the voice of God, and that's prophesying over others. So, yeah. So stay tuned. God bless you. Bye.